Hello and welcome to Cornish Walking Trails. Today we've walked from Mylor Bridge to here, the Pandora Inn.
Oh, run!
Yeah! Oh. Our walk today comes from short-ish walks on and around the Lizard. It's walk number 14, Mylor Bridge and the Pandora. Mylor Bridge is on the River Fal near Falmouth. So we park here today in Mylor Bridge. We're going to go up across fields and hopefully through shaded woodland, then take a little detour over to the pub called the Pandora Inn, following the creek all the way back to Mylor Bridge.
So for our walk today, we've parked here. This is a free car park at Mylor Bridge. So the car park is in the centre of the village. It's opposite Mylor's stores.
So our first walk instruction is to leave the car park heading back towards the main road, across the main street and bear right down Trevelyan Road. The next instruction, at the far end of the quay, turn left on a public footpath, and it says specifically not the path to Restronguet and Greatwood. So we're actually going up there.
If you're looking for the public footpath sign, it's hidden in the hedge.
So I'm liking the sound of this. It says the path soon becomes shady, tunnel-like holloway. So we chose today's walk because we felt we wanted some shade. It's really warm at the moment, up to 24-25 degrees, and it's not too pleasant walking. Also, I'm quite fair-skinned, so I'd end up like a lobster. This walk always is delightful. Walking along the creek side makes you feel cooler anyway, doesn't it? So that's a bonus. And we'll be visiting the really old inn, the Pandora, currently shut. You're on the wrong side again. That's better.
It's Anton Deck, isn't it?
And you got your sunglasses on. Oh, what an amateur today.
Brilliant.
Yes, the Pandora has a colourful history. I think it could fall into Donald Trump's fake news, but we'll go into that later. Beautiful little pub, burnt down about 10 years ago, had to be rebuilt.
Were you talking about the Pandora Inn?
Yeah.
Can I give my clue?
Yes.
It's mutiny, Mr. Christian.
Very good.
Like that? This is barley, is it?
It is.
Do you think that the farmer would say that his crop is bountiful?
Oh, another clue.
Yeah.
You're littering this all the way through, aren't you?
Thank you.
Onward to the Pandora, where all will be revealed. Beautiful today, the barley, wheat, gently swaying in the breeze. Not very much of a breeze. Skylarks are out singing away. What a beautiful day. The whim. This is a 19th century oxen-driven whim, built around 1860. It drove a threshing machine in the adjoining barn. The straw was used for thatching and the grain went to be milled. This whim has lasted because it could be used for thatching straw, whilst the traction engines that replaced whims damaged the straw. Oh, it's lovely to think they've preserved that, even built what looks like a new barn over the top. This is so pretty, I don't know what to film. There's roses, pink cottages, views of the river. Oh, it's beautiful. Well, we've definitely had tons of shade on this walk. It's been really cool. very comfortable. I think after all we could have brought our little doggy. He's going to be at home feeling all sad.
We'll tell him all about it when we get home.
He tried to get in the
Cheer him
car.
He said, I'll drive.
Always feels cooler down by the water. I love this bit, it's so picturesque. It's got the old traditional cottages with the views of the river. You climb up this gentle slope and they're on both sides of it. It's so pretty. I wish I could share the scent of this rose. Absolutely flooding the air with fragrance. So pretty.
You getting hungry? I was thinking about bringing a chocolate bar with me today, but I think it might have melted.
Yeah.
What's your favourite chocolate bar, by the way?
Whisper.
Whisper. I
Yeah.
quite like a Bounty.
Oh, another clue. Do you know what, Andrew?
What?
There's a beautiful view there.
Yeah.
And these hedges make me feel quite mutinous.
Oh, is that a clue?
Yeah.
Very good.
So all of our clues were about the mutiny on the Bounty with Captain Bligh, who's meant to be Cornish from St Tudy, isn't he?
Well, there's some conjecture. He was born in Plymouth, but his family were from St Tudy, yeah. So the story goes that the skipper of HMS Pandora, which was sent out to find the mutineers, he was a guy, he was called Edward Edwards.
Good name.
Yeah, brilliant name. And the story is that when he retired to Cornwall and he bought this pub and he renamed it the Pandora Inn. However, there doesn't seem to be any proof anywhere that that was actually the case.
He put a figurehead inside, didn't he?
He did. As a tourist ruse.
Yeah. The fake news bit.
Because it wasn't actually the figurehead from
Pandora. He made it up.
Because Pandora actually sank off the Great Barrier Reef.
So you have an interesting fact.
Well, the prisoners, when they were being returned on the HMS Pandora, were kept in a cage or in a very small room on board the boat, and that was known as far as I'm aware, Pandora's box.
That's an interesting fact.
But I might be wrong. What you got?
Strawberries.
I'll have the small one.
So from here we retrace our steps and follow the creek all the way back to Mylor Bridge.
So it's public footpath, Greatwood, third of a mile.
So cute. Well, cute cottage prize goes to this one so far for me. Roses, porthole window. Absolutely idyllic setting. What else could you want? Lose the Andrew, be alright. There you go. Roses round the door, bay windows, cut granite, view of the estuary, immaculate gardens. Wow.
They're huge, aren't they?
We used to do this walk quite a lot when the children were young. It was a great way to avoid the crowds and provide entertainment for them, because there's an old quay opposite Mylor Harbour, and if you got the timing right with the flooding tide, the crabs would be out ready for their feed. Bit of bacon, you'd catch a bucketful in an hour. It's easy entertainment for some kids.
Carry on the walk. Back to Mylor Bridge.
If we have to. Don't want to.
Do you remember our older dog, our black dog?
Oh, he'd be in there after the bacon.
You could smell the bacon, yeah.
Yeah.
It's rather than catching a crab.
We catch a dog.
Catch a dog. Oh. So guys back there fishing, they were having a chat about what they were hoping to catch, and they were talking about bass and pollock and maybe mackerel. So I'm not a fisherman, I don't know what you would catch, but there's obviously quite a variety down here on the Restronguet.
So as we walk back to Mylor Bridge, we come to a little inlet, a little creek, and the view across the water is one of my favourite creekside views. Did you just walk into a tree?
Yeah. Ow. I didn't swear.
I think you did.
I think I did.
I'll bleep it out. Are you okay?
Oh, gee whiz. Ow.
Knock some sense into you, did it?
You got any plasters? Oh.
That was some crack. Don't walk into that one. I don't want to leave, but my tummy says I'm hungry. We've got another about 3/4 of a mile to do, a couple of fields and through some houses before we get back to Mylor Bridge.
So the car park is over there to the left. Before we go back to the car, we're going to have a wander around Mylor Bridge.
Yes, up towards the pub. I wouldn't mind stopping in the shop actually, just getting some refreshment. Our notice board says, "Welcome to Mylor Bridge." Most of the historic sites described on this board can be found only a short distance from here. 4 interesting things about Mylor Bridge. We're going to find the pump, the pub, the bridge, and the Tremaine clock tower. So let's start with the Tremaine Hall, because it is just over there. Poorhouse, school, church hall, community centre. The Tremaine Hall has been all of these. Built in 1827, originally to relieve hardship following the Napoleonic Wars, it was for many years a school, sponsored by Sir Charles Lemon. A major fire in 1921 required a new school, and the hall was rebuilt as a village hall. Travellers on the old road from Truro to Penrhyn crossing the bridge were welcomed in the inn, now called the Lemon Arms, after one of the estate owners.
It's a shame the pub's not open, you know.
Why's that?
Do you know what their most popular drink is in there?
Lemonade?
No, bitter.
Look at these little cottages, particularly like the blue one. It looks like it needs to grow up. The village pump, used until Mains Water arrived during the Second World War, is still painted in traditional farming colours of red and blue. Where are we going now?
Down the bridge.
It's down the bottom of the hill.
By the river.
This old bridge was only widened recently, wasn't it?
It used to be only one track, well, one
Cart width.
cart width, yeah. I don't know how big your cart would be, but
6 foot or so. Also used to be the main road, didn't it, between Truro and Falmouth?
Yeah.
Unbelievable now, isn't it?
I wonder if there's any remains of the old part of the bridge then.
Can't see any evidence of the older bridge at all, can you? Can you see any clues as to...
It's all completely new on this side, isn't it?
Oh yeah, the pedestal and the concrete, they're all new, aren't they?
So the conclusion is we can't find any evidence of the old bridge.
No, I think they scat it down and rebuilt it completely. Yeah, it's all concrete lime.
That's a shame, isn't it?
But I do think that they kept those lovely granite caps from the old bridge. They do look original, don't they?
So you reckon the capping bits are the old bits?
Well, yeah, you've got that old rusty bracket, very traditional of Cornish build, isn't it? And then you've got granite blocks, go into Delabel slate blocks, or bricks. Our walk today comes from short-ish walks on and around the Lizard. It's walk number 14, Mylor Bridge and the Pandora. Our walk today, 3.5 miles along Mylor Creek. I've really enjoyed this walk. The scenery is spectacular and I love the story about the Pandora and Captain Bligh.
Good old yarn, innit?
Yeah. Fake news at its best. So the instruction work, the map, we didn't even have to refer to it. It's quite easy really, wasn't it? So
it's a simple walk and it's a glorious walk on a day like this where it's hot and sunny. You know, you've got a nice bit of shade going through the woods there. It's really pretty, isn't it?
Really enjoyed it. So what would you score it?
Can't fault it, Sarah. It's going to have to be a 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, I think it is going to be a 10 out of 10 from me as well. Well done walk.